And this is the power room. So I got a bunch of hydrogen engines and a few batteries here. So this is how it's gonna be. 6 engines. I never used them before. I hope they provide enough power to charge all of these batteries. And then I'm gonna have connections coming down into the floor, which will bring oxygen into my main base. We will supply the med bay that is gonna be out here, and then another tube is gonna continue in this direction to supply oxygen to the rest of the base. So I'm gonna have to do a serious amount of digging, because I'm gonna need somewhere to store all of the ice to supply all of these hydrogen engines. So basically I haven't decided which direction I'm gonna go, but it's gonna go into another room where I'm gonna have a bunch of hydrogen tanks, cargo containers for the ice, and also oxygen tanks. So let's start building. I'm gonna start by the batteries because they're already connected and I can already have them being charged from the power of the turbine. So I think I'm gonna build the batteries first. Unfortunately, this is already closed, so I'm gonna have to use the service ladder. There we go. Okay, so the first one is done. So let's see how it's doing. Fully depleted in 5 minutes. Okay, it's charging the batteries on the miner, and unfortunately the power coming in is still the same, even though they are optimal. But okay, it's already here, it's gonna help. So let's continue to build the rest of them. I've made also a few changes. For example, the miner now sits like this. I think it's just easier because this way I can just come in any direction and just drop into the connector. It's much easier to drop everything off. Here, I also did a little bit of work. I made a little bit of a connection here into the factory, and I kept it at this level. So this is gonna be open. I'm just gonna have this catwalk all the way around. In case I want to fix the ship, it's gonna help. I kept the elevation the same, and I just reworked the outside a little bit better, so it looks a little bit more like an igloo, half of it at least. And then, if I want to go into the base, I can just use this door, and this will be pressurized with these 2 double doors. So I think it works. The rover, I haven't been using it much, and I think I can give it a new purpose, since I'm gonna need a bunch of ice to power all those hydrogen engines. I also extended this hangar a little bit more, and I added these hangar doors. I also have a service door, a double one, but I think I'm gonna increase the cargo capacity of this truck, and I'm gonna use it to actually mine the ice. And I'm gonna use this same connector to drop off the ice. So in fact, I think I'm gonna open up a new connection coming out of here into the ground, and I'm gonna have the storage for the ice somewhere here. Or maybe actually to this side. I could just bring the tubes in this direction. And it's gonna be underground, because I figured the hydrogen tanks and stuff are very volatile. In case I get attacked or something, I think it's gonna be safer if it actually is underground. The wind turbines are gonna go away a little further out, so that I have a little bit more room. But that's pretty much it. For the time being, it's pretty much all that I've done. So let's just continue to build those batteries. And apparently the hydrogen engines also take power cells, but I think it's just 1 each. Let me just check. Yeah, it's just 1. They're actually not that expensive at all. These ones, although, take 80 each. And it's already gone. I also added a few lights here. They're of a bluish tint. I think they work well against the white walls. So basically the setup that I gave to them is this one here, just a nice blue light with these settings. I think it looks kind of cool. It's not too overbearing. It doesn't bleed through the walls too much to the outside, so I think it's working. Yeah, I like the blue color. And apparently I'm gonna need a bunch more power cells, so let's add them to production. 354, that's fine. I'm gonna need a bunch more, so let's actually increase even more. Let's give it, I don't know, 500 more. And here in the tunnel I just kept the ice as it was, and I just added these windows, so this will be pressurized. I think the floor doesn't work, If we keep the floor as it is, it lets the oxygen out. So yeah, I think it's working. Oh boy, I can't carry too much power cells, they're really heavy. And I gotta carry 80 to each battery. It's gonna take a lot of trips. It's like my 7th already. Another battery done, nice. Let's go for the 3rd one. Unfortunately, the production has stopped, because apparently I'm out of something. Let's see in the ingots box. I have iron. What am I missing? Oh, this is cobalt, this is not silicon. I'm actually out of silicon. Okay, so I guess that's what I'm missing. It wouldn't hurt to bring a little bit more nickel too, so I guess I'm gonna have to go out and mine. So let's just grab some silicon. It's already marked, nice. Here's the hole. I got 2, because I was mining some magnesium too. Now, which one? I think this is the one with silicon. I'm not sure which hole it is. Oh yeah, there it is. I just want to see if the ejectors are working well, because I did a few changes. I added a few more ejectors here, so now I got 4 on each side. And pretty much everything is the same. I just added a few spotlights. I got one in the back here, and I got 2 more here on the front. So hopefully this will allow me to eject the ice a little bit faster, because now I got 8 of those babies. So let's just get in there. Oh yeah, look at all those doses coming out. Oh, that's awesome. I think this change helps. Let's see how it's doing. 1 cargo container is almost full, and I still have another one. Okay, let's get going at it. I definitely feel like it's working much better. The ice doesn't accumulate in the boxes as much as it did before. So yeah, it definitely is helping. Okay, I think that should be enough. I got about 70,000. Should be plenty to do a few more power cells, I hope. And I don't remember if the camera is in front or behind. Let's go for behind, for in front. I think it's like this, is it? Where's the... Oh, there it is. Nicely done. So both refineries are working on the silicon, so I should be getting the power cells coming in. Awesome. Unfortunately, when this happens, when we lose the resources, all of the things go into the second assembler, and the first one stops working on them. So I think I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna actually cancel this, and I'm gonna set him up again. So let's do for, I don't know, 500. This way it starts working in cooperative mode again, and it's gonna be a little bit faster. Nice. And the 3rd one is done. Awesome. Just 3 more to go. And the 4th one is done. And the 5th one, and the last one. There you go, only 50 more. I think it's 2 more trips. Nicely done. They're pretty much going to be depleted in the near future, but that's fine. Well, the first thing that I'm going to do is add a bunch of connectors here on the floor. And I'm gonna connect all of this to each other. So let's just remove these panels here. Basically, this tube is gonna go to this one, and they're all gonna connect right here in the middle. And then from here, it can go wherever it wants. But, okay, so let's just... I'm gonna need interior plates for this. Pretty sure I'm also gonna need this, and motors. So hopefully this will be a good ratio. Maybe less computers and a little bit more motors. That's not a lot of motors. Let's bring less steel plates and a little bit more mortars. Okay, let's build a few of those things. I hope it doesn't take large steel tubes, otherwise it's gonna take a lot of trips. So I got the number 5 here. So this is the thing that I'm gonna apply, because these things will be airtight. So let's just put them underneath there. This way it's also gonna be a little bit easy in case I want to make a connection coming out of here into any direction that I want. So I think I'm just gonna use these junctions because it's gonna ensure that this remains airtight, and it's also gonna give me options in case I want to do more connections. So let's start building all of this. And yeah, oh nice, it doesn't take large steel tubes. Note to self, the next time around, build everything outside. So much easier. And there you go, at least these things are done. Cool. So I think I'm gonna start by the power cells and the construction. I'm also kinda down on small steel tubes, so let's increase the production on those babies. And I think I'm gonna do like 1,000. Yeah, let's see what else I'm gonna need. I'm good on that. Maybe more steel plates, a little bit more computers. Yeah, let's go for the computers because they're quite easy to make. I don't know, let's make 1,000 computers and then do a bunch more steel plates. I'm gonna need those. So yeah, it's just one power cell per engine, so 10 should be okay. And I think I'm also gonna bring these tubes and some steel plates. And this one is almost done. I just need the large steel tubes. Okay, so the small ones are done. Let's bring steel plates and construction. Nice, all I'm missing is the large steel tubes. So another reason why I went for this look is because they look good. I think they look kinda cool like this. Yeah, let's just bring the rest. Now let's see how many of those big ones I can carry. 44. I think it's 12 each. So it's gonna be maybe just one more trip. Not too bad. And there it is. My first engine is done. So as you can see, it has a connector there, but I'm also gonna have a control panel in case I want to check everything. And it has this little vent on the front. That's why I wanted this orientation. I think it looks cool like this. And okay. And I'm done. Awesome. So let's wait. 6 engines, 6 batteries. I think it's gonna be plenty. So the power room is that one. What I'm thinking is doing a connection coming to this side, going deeper and having the reservoir somewhere here underneath the ground. I want it to be completely enclosed, and it's gonna have to be a massive structure because it's gonna have hydrogen tanks, which are quite large. It's also gonna have large cargo containers, maybe 2 or 3, and also some oxygen tanks. So it's gonna have to be a massive structure. And the only downside is I'm not gonna really be able to use the welder. So yep, let's start digging. I think it can go straight to here, and I don't think it's gonna be a problem. So let's just open up a hole. So I can just have a door here, and then on the next block I'm gonna start going down. So this is gonna be a ladder. I'm actually gonna, well, I can use just steel blocks to make the ladder, like so. And another one is gonna be the next one. Okay, good thing I still have this block on top. So let's see, what's the center block? This one. There you go, so much easier. I think I'm gonna have to go even deeper, because I mean the hydrogen tanks are something like 3x3s, Yeah, they're massive. Look at that. They're the same size as the cargo containers. And they have a connection on each side, which is quite helpful. Because I can just connect them to each other. Yeah, so I'm thinking something like 6 of these. And then maybe 3 cargo containers. Yeah, it's gonna have to be big. So let's just go in and start make the layout of the building itself. So I think I'm 3 blocks down. So I made it into kind of a spiral. I think it looks cool. So basically these 2 blocks is 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 blocks down. I'm basically kind of underneath the power room, and it's gonna be okay because I can just send the tubes in this direction going down. Of course I'm also gonna need tubes going in this direction to go into the hangar so that I can use the rover to retrieve the ice. I'm also thinking about a different thing, to actually dig underneath the ground with a miner to collect all the ice. I mean, this whole planet is ice, so it's not like I have to go around and dig elsewhere. I can just dig right here underneath the ground so that I don't make a huge mess. But I'm definitely thinking I'm gonna go even another block down, and basically the entrance is gonna stay in the same orientation as the exit right here. So it's gonna be in this way, the reservoir. I think it's gonna be pretty cool having this column of ice in the middle of the staircase, so let's just go and dig up one more level. Okay, so 5 blocks down. I think that's gonna work. I think I should be okay, so let's start digging this whole thing. Okay, no holes on the outside. I think I'm deep enough. Nice. Let's go back into the hole. Nice. So let me just make sure. Wall, 1, 2, 3, pathway, 1, 3, wall. Nice. So this is going to be the area for the hydrogen tanks. The cargo containers are going to be further out. I think it's in this direction. But I'm going to have to go out and make sure, because I would like to have the cargo containers in between the hangar and this thing. So this way is the hangar. Just want to make sure that I'm facing the hangar. Yeah, so in this direction, I should be underneath it right now. So maybe I should actually have the car containers in this direction. So it's gonna be like underneath the factory. So I want to make sure where I am. So I'm gonna create a GPS marker right here. Let's call it right here. Right here. And let's see where this thing is. Where this block is. So right here is right here. Yeah, it's right underneath me, kind of right here. So this is a pretty cool place to be on. So I think I'm gonna continue the room in this direction, and then the car containers are gonna be in this direction. So it's gonna be a little shorter trip to actually empty out the contents from the rover. It's gonna be pretty cool because I can even maybe just go down with the tubes and I should find the cargo containers. Okay, I think it's gonna work. And we're done. Nice. So this is when I'm gonna have the cargo containers. Basically, this is gonna be the pathway. I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, one cargo container here, 1, 2, 3, another here, and 2 more on this side. So yeah, now it's just a matter of digging up and opening up this whole thing. This is gonna have the hydrogen tanks here, so let's just start putting where the walls. Well, I'm gonna need to dig a bunch. I think I can have the tubes actually in the middle of the room. It doesn't have to be on the floor or on the ceiling. I feel like a sculpture, and I actually that's kind of what I am now. So let's start putting in the walls. So let's just put them in. There you go. There it is. Nice. So it's a few more blocks. So I think I'm gonna go easy on me and just do a little ramp. Fill all this up. Oh, this would be so much easier if it was on the surface. So I'm just digging through the walls here, and I just noticed that I have a block right here. I wonder if this is actually connected to the wind turbines. So am I closer to the surface than I thought I was? I'm not sure. Could it be no, I don't think it's this block. And I don't really have any blocks going further down than this. So maybe I just misplaced that one. I'm not sure. But I really hope my calculations are correct. I don't really want to break through the surface. But then again, if I do, that's fine. There's another opportunity to do another igloo roof. It should be okay. So let's see. Yeah, it's in the same grid. Yeah, let's take it out for now. And let's keep digging. Yeah, but these features... Oh, I think I know what this block is. It's from the ladder. It's this... I think it's this block underneath here. Okay, I think that's what it is. Yeah, this is a little bit confusing. Well, let's keep digging. I think I should be okay. Okay, so this is gonna work because this is the last level and this block here is actually gonna be the roof. So that's why I went 2 more blocks in this direction, so that I will have enough clearance to actually have the containers in the side of the ladder or the ramp. Okay, so I'm just gonna put in these blocks and then it's just a matter of carving the insides. And we're done. Nice. So the hydrogen tanks can go in. Let's put them in. 3, 4, 5, and 6. This might be overkill or not enough. I don't know. I never use these things. So I'm gonna have to do the same thing here. This room is a little bit smaller, but I'm gonna follow the same logic. And okay, let's just add a few blocks here. This will be the door. Here I'm gonna have something like a control panel or something. And then these containers are all connected. I could just add a tube here in the middle so that all 6 are really connected. And then to bring the tubes up, I might open up a hole from the top or bring them from the side. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to figure out. But these things, they're actually not bad. They just take a lot of large steel tubes. Yeah, but let's build at least one of them. So in fact I think I'm gonna use the welding ship to actually bring resources with me. So let's just go into the sorters. And of course I'm not gonna be able to go down there, but at least I can go a little bit closer with a bunch of stuff. And I don't have to actually come into the factory. So let's just put a bunch more stuff into the welder. The only issue is I don't have a real connection. Oh yeah, I can access through the connector. Should be okay. So I'm just gonna bring it a little bit closer. I'm gonna use power, but I think it should be okay. Just remaining here in idle should be fine. And I can just go in here and collect what I need, I think. Let's see. Let's pick up these things. Let's pick up some steel plates. Yeah, I think it's a little bit easier. So construction computers, tubes. And if I bring it a little bit closer, it will be even easier. Yeah, let's just aim it down like this. There we go. Attaboy. Nice. So let's drop everything into there. And let's pick up the other stuff. Let's pick up the big tubes, because they're large and heavy. Once I have the tubes done, it's gonna be... Well, once I have the tubes done, the whole thing's gonna be done. So there's that. So let's just bring 10 more of these. I think I'm gonna bring maybe 100 of these, maybe 40 of those, and a bunch more. I think it's construction that I'm missing. And there it is, my first hydrogen tank is done. So once this thing has a connection to the hydrogen generators, which I kind of forgot about, I'm gonna need a bunch of those. This thing will start filling up with hydrogen. Let's actually check here on the control panel. Yeah, it has a lot of capacity. Well, that's great. I'm gonna have this thing done in no time. I'm gonna need a bunch of cargo containers here. But okay, I think I'm gonna keep working on this because it's still gonna take a little bit of time. But at least this one is done. Almost. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna need, but I'm gonna have the cargo containers here. So basically the ice is gonna be stored in the cargo containers. From there, they're gonna go into the O2 generators, and the O2 generators are gonna go into the hydrogen tanks. Then the hydrogen tanks are gonna go into the engines. That's basically the line that I'm gonna follow. Since the O2 generators are just 2 blocks and the cargo containers are 3x3s, this is gonna be 3 high. So in fact I can have the O2 generators on the 2 blocks above me, and I can still walk through here. So I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I went in the wrong direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 O2 generators I think should be plenty. So, okay, problem solved. Let's start working on this.